Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you are fine. Today's lecture is on a one-act play, Time's Visitors by F. Sladen Smith, included in your syllabus of third year literature. This lecture is presented by Mrs. Hamna Shahzad, lecturer in English from Government Degree College for Women, Dubai Mahal Road, Bahawalpur. First of all, the introduction to the play and playwright. F. Sladen Smith, I have told you earlier, is the writer of this play, Time's Visitors. He is the playwright of significance and sturdy individualist, and like other individualists, he has considerable influence among the younger writers. His plays are the expressions of vigorous and colorful imagination, and unusual sense of humor. He writes highly imaginative and quaintly fantastic one-act plays. The play takes place in a public park. This play can be regarded as purpose play, and the purpose is to bring out the importance of time. The writer has brought out the importance of time by using different views of different characters from different backgrounds and then his own views about time. This play does not contain the traditional plot structure, and there is no growth of action, and characters are narrow. Different views come out and different complaints appear through the characters about time, and that time is cruel and destructive. This sense becomes deeper and deeper in the play. Students, now for your convenience, a short summary of the play. The play takes place in a public park. There is a statue of time in the park. It is standing, leaning over a block stone in which a simple designed clock is fixed. Underneath it, there is a park seat. People sit on this seat and deliver different remarks about time, rather insulting remarks about time. They are of the view that time is responsible for all their problems. The characters belong to different backgrounds, for example, businessmen, children, youth, writer, lovers, and clergymen. Two businessmen meet each other in the park. They discuss about the business and time. First businessman, Whittlesnip, says to second businessman, Shapstick, that the whole tendency of the market is jumpy, and there is no security these days, and one cannot afford to miss orders. The second businessman says that it is true and one cannot afford to miss a single opportunity or a single moment. Both they conclude that time gets ahead of man. After these businessmen, three children enter the park, or we can say enter the stage. They want to play. One of them One of them is a boy and he wants to play all the time. His two sisters remind him of getting late, but he says that time is the killer of their joy. Then two youths enter the stage. They discuss about how to spend the time of agonizing wait. One of the two youths suggests that man should control time in the matters of life himself. After the departure of these two youths, a writer enters to the park. He bumps into the Collins, the park keeper, who is the only character who has no grudge against time. statue of time. He has a discussion with Collins. He says that Park has a sad atmosphere and this statue of time adds more sadness to its atmosphere. This writer is of the view that statue of time is the symbol of all depressing things in this world. He says that time is the cause of all mess and destruction in this world. After his departure, two clergymen enter the park. They advise Collins to be soft to the people and they say to him that this time will pass as his duty is very hard. Second clergyman says that time has brought many changes but scarcely any good ones. After that, an old lady meets Collins. She tells Collins that people are careless these days and carelessness is not her characteristic. If she had been careless, she cannot live as long as she has lived. She tells Collins that it is time for her to take her tablets, though she does not like time and she does not like to sit near the statue of time and she would not give in to the time. Before the two clergymen enter the park, students, a young couple, a youth and a girl enter the park and they have a discussion together. The youth says that the time is the spoiler of all happiness, and when they have to meet, time flies, and when they wait to meet each other, time creeps. After the departure of the old lady, Collins asks the statue how he hears the grumbling of the people. The statue says that it takes more for me to speak. After that, a bereaved mother, Harriet, enters the park with her friend. She has lost her son a day before. When her friend leaves the park, she becomes more sad. The statue of time now speaks to her and consoles her by saying that the time will not remain the same. The time will change and will lessen her grief and sorrow. So she should not be sad and she should sleep. The statue of time says that the time is the greatest healer, and he further tells her that he means time is the eternal physician. Only permanent entity in this world is time, and nothing else is permanent in this world. So is the sorrow of man. Students, this play, Time's Visitors, is a purpose play. It means that it has been written with a specific purpose, and that is to bring out the various meanings of time as well the greatest value of time. We should remember that time is a relative term. It means that it gives out different meaning in different situations, and for different situations and contexts, writer has introduced different characters from different backgrounds. In the play, the writer makes us realize that every entity existed in this world is impermanent. Even birth and death are not eternal. Only time is permanent and it heals the sorrows and griefs of man. The writer has delineated the importance of time with the help of a statue. The statue located in a public park is being cursed by everyone, the all characters introduced by the writer. Everyone hates time and curses it as they think that Time snatches every happiness and gives nothing. Except Collins, everyone harbors the feeling of hatred and anger. For everyone, the statue of time is agonizing, as it is considered the cause of destruction in this world by everyone. In the world of business, time is a commodity. It passes swiftly by the people, and one should grasp every moment of it to secure opportunities. For children, time is the killer of their joy. For youth, it is the spoiler of every happiness. And for clergymen, it is the snatcher of all good things. And for writer, it is the cause of every mess and destruction in this world. People praise the old times and curse the current time. Spending time till the crucial moment is always hard for the people. Towards the end of the play, the statue of time tells Harriet that things take place mercilessly and slowly, but they do not exist for a long time, and soon they begin to change. He further tells Harriet that nothing is permanent in this world, and the greatest of all illusions is permanence. There can be no permanent entity in this world. Birth or death, order and chaos go on replacing each other without any stop. In these words, actually, the statue of time is trying to realize Harriet that her sorrow and grief is not permanent, as nothing is permanent in this world. So her sorrow will soon change into the calmness and peace. Time continues assuring Harriet that every moment that passes by people noiselessly has its own restorative power. He means time, gives calmness after perplexity, hope after despair, peace after strife. He softens all bitterness, he heals, he gives after taking away. The exact words of statue time are: if he takes away, he gives again; if he slays, he brings to life; above all, he gives wisdom and courage. After that, statue of time asks Harriet to sleep now, and slowly he will renew her courage in her sleep. He will turn her sorrow to peace, her weakness to her strength. Further, he assures her that in her sleep she will sail on time's deep sea, and the waters of healing are all around her. Students, this speech of statue time to Harriet is very convincing, and it is not meant only for Harriet, it is a universal message. This is a message especially for those people who grumble that time is cruel and crushing. So, after going through all this explanation, it can be said that the time is the only permanent source of healing our regrets, anxieties, troubles, and absurdities. As time is permanent and immortal, nothing is immortal and permanent. Time flows like an ocean. Statue of Time says, I am the greatest healer. I am the eternal physician. This brings us to the question, can man influence time? Remember the answer of Statue of Time to Collins, that it takes more for him to speak that he is tolerant and patient towards the abusing remarks of people against him. He only speaks to a sincere and bereaved heart that is of Harriet. Means one can influence time, but only sincerity and deep concern can influence time. Only blaming and complaining does not influence time, and not an individual or a group of individuals can change the routine of time. So, students, this is the end of this lecture. Good luck for your exams. Allah Hafiz.